What is going on, young man? I am the over 50 guy. Listen, on today's video, I want to talk about a question that I had from one of the subscribers. James, Florida realtor, had asked in one of the videos in the comment section, how do you grow a business? How do you grow and develop a business? So I want to talk about that a little while with you guys today. Okay. So how do you grow a business? Full disclosure, guys, I don't have my own business. I have done a lot of things trying to develop my own business. I've done real estate. I have done wholesale real estate, James, is what I was trying to make a business out of. I have done computer Amway. I've sold the vacuum cleaner. I mean, I have done a ton of stuff. This content creation is the thing that I'm doing now with the ideal of mine of starting our own business, but I have never completely developed a business. So let me be perfectly transparent with you guys there. But one thing that I do have, James, that I believe that I can help you with, and a lot of you young men out there, is the fact that I've been around plenty of people who have built businesses. I have an uncle who built his own cleaning business from the time that I was a child. I was watching him and my aunt and my cousins on this business. So I know, I can't give you particulars about tax strategies, employees and stuff like that. But I can tell you about the mindset, James, that it is going to take in order to grow a business. I will tell you that it is a lot of time, man, and it is a lot of effort. If there is anything in you, James, that is like, you know what, I am going to do this quickly, this, that, and the other, and I'm going to blow up. It doesn't work that way, man. Not with anything legitimate anyway. It does not work that way. It is a lot of time and a lot of effort. And that is before you even see any type of, in other words, James, it's a process, man. I like the way Robert Kiyosaki said it. Robert Kiyosaki said in the cash flow quadrant, livings are made from 8 to 4 or 9 to 5. Fortunes are made from 5 to 3 in the morning. What he means by that is that if you want to create your own business, you're going to have to still work on the side to sustain yourself. And that's what you do during the day. But you don't just come home, James, and pop a beer or turn on the PlayStation. And no, man, what you did earlier was for your employee. This what you do now from 5 o'clock in the morning or from 5 o'clock in the evening till 3 o'clock in the morning. This is your stuff, right? And it is years of that, man. My uncle, I would watch, man, coming up, and this is a guy that sent 4 of his children, 4 of my cousins, to major colleges. This is the guy who had a huge home, swimming pool, tennis court in the back. I mean, my guy was stacked, right? But long before he got to that, James, long before he got to that, it was the old busted van. And huddling the kids up. And there was talk, and he needs to go get a job, and he did that type of thing. Years of that, man. Years of that. So what I would tell you about growing a business, man, I'm going through the same thing right now with content creation. It is years of learning. Years of learning. I've been doing this for 2 years, man. 2 years. And honestly, I still think it sucks, but I'm learning. I work every day. I work a 40-hour week. I get off work, man. I may turn the news on just to listen to it, but I'm not watching it because after I've worked an 8-hour, 10-hour shift, I got to come home and do videos. I got to edit. I have to study, man. I have to watch other people's videos. I do that while I'm at work. I don't listen to a radio. You know what I'm listening to at work? I'm listening to audiobooks, man, about content creation. I'm listening to other creators telling me how to do this thing. So it's not real estate, man, but it's the same principle, man. It is constant work and learning. It is work and failing. When I learned how to do wholesale real estate, James, I worked with a buddy of mine who was doing it first. I worked with him a whole year learning, how to do this process. And then, James, it took me 6 months after that before I closed my first deal. So the first thing you have to know, James, is that if you treat your whatever you're trying to make into a business, if you treat it like a hobby, you'll make hobby money. But if you treat it like a business, I tell my daughter that all the time. She's in content creation as well. If you treat this thing like a hobby, in other words, you do it when you feel like it. I get off of work and, when I'm not chasing chicks or when I am not stuck on the game or whatever, then I'll chase that's hobby stuff, man. You want to grow your business, man, you have to eat, sleep, crap real estate. I'm assuming that's what you're trying to grow, James. And anybody that's trying to grow a business. Guys, I wake up in the morning thinking about content creation. I'm doing videos before I go to work just to edit them when I get off work. I don't get into bed some nights till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and have to be back at work at 12:30, 1 o'clock the next day. Why am I doing that? Because I'm not treating this like a hobby, right? I love talking to you young men. I love giving you practical and actionable advice. I am also thinking, though, how this could benefit me years from now if I develop this correctly when I retire, right? This ain't a game, right? If you're trying to grow a business, James, if you treat it like a game, you're going to have game results or you're going to make game money. But if you treat it like a business, now what does that mean? Treat it like a business. That means, man, you give it the same time and effort that you give your job. You give building your business. You don't give your job 8 and 10 and 12 hours and then come home and give your business an hour or two so you can watch more TV or so you can chase chicks or so you can play the game. That's not how that happens, man. That is not how you build a business. The people that I've seen do that over time, brother, they eat, sleep, and crap what they're doing. I think about a guy that was into real estate at the last job I worked at, and I was modeling him. I wanted to do what he did, and he had over 50 properties, man. I mean, the guy was just phenomenal. But he tells me the stories, James, about how he would work where we were working during the day, and it was him and his wife putting in light fixtures. They didn't know what they were doing. They went and got a book, and he said sometimes they would be in horrible neighborhoods, just him and her at night doing drywall. Never done drywall in his life. But he said, we learned it. We learned it together. And it didn't, like I said, over 50 properties. James, that didn't happen overnight. But, years of putting the work in. So for him, it was a business, and he treated it like a business. So I'll ask you, James, with the business that you're trying to develop, first and foremost, are you treating it like a business? Are you trying to grow it like a business, or is it a hobby? Right? Because if it's a hobby, you'll make a little money. I mean, I did. I made a little money on the wholesaling and I made a little money on the other various businesses I tried to do. But the reality of it is, because I treated it like a hobby, right? I made hobby money. Listen, there's all types of information and people that can show you the thing that you're doing, right? Back in my day, you had to go get books. You had to beg somebody to teach you stuff. Man, everything that you need to know to grow your business, James, is on YouTube or on TikTok right now. The knowledge is not the issue. I know that's out there. The issue is you, right? The issue is you. And how are you going at this? Are you eating and sleeping in real estate? Because if you're not, that's what it's going to take, man. All of the people that I have seen develop businesses, man, they grind, bro. They grind. Ain't no days off. And that's a misconception. I did a video earlier about that. How you still got to work. Like a lot of people think you get your own business, and once it's fully developed and you got systems in place, you may be able to lay back. But initially when you're building it, man, you grinding. You working just as hard developing your business as you do on a job. So that's a misconception. People, I get my own business and only have to work a few hours a week and not bullshit. Not when you developing, it's not. whether it is real estate, whether it is content creation. I tell you guys about trade school, whether it is going to trade school and creating a business on the side. It's just going to take time, man. It's going to take time, and it is going to take serious effort on your part. And this is why I preach against the distractions, because you absolutely can do it. I could have done it back in my 20s if I wasn't so busy chasing coochie and all that other BS that young men do. You start building, you start growing this thing now in your 20s, James, and you really put the effort and time into it and grow this thing the right way. By the time you get to 40, now, man, now you have something created for yourself. But if you're thinking, man, you're going to start this today and next year, 5 years from now, you're going to be set. No, man, it don't work that way. Sorry to tell you. It does not work that way, right? So hope that helps, man. I mean, like I said, I don't know the intricate details on business creation, but what I do know is whatever you do, if you treat it like a business, eventually you'll make business money. If you treat it like a hobby, you'll make hobby money, right? So listen, hope that helps, man. Hope that added some value to you. James, thank you for your comment and the support of the channel. I appreciate it. Young men, one-on-one coaching is still available. I'm going to put my email in the description of the video. Just hit me back, put coaching in the subject line, and I'll get back with you, let you know how that whole process works. 11 o'clock Sundays, we're doing the lives. It is such a great time. You guys got to join in for that if you get a chance. And that is all I have. So I am the Over 50 guy / the online dad. We'll be back with another one soon.